Young, Colonel Hood, Major Sorensen, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today to honor Tech Sergeant Paul Lichtenberg on the occasion of his retirement from the United States Air Force. At this time, it is my pleasure to share with you some of the highlights of his career. So would you like to sit down or stand? And was assigned to the 78th Air Base Group, Webb Air Force Base, Texas. In December '75, he received orders to the 32nd Tactical Fighter Squadron, Camp New Amsterdam, Holland. One of his primary duties there was to look after the transportation of active duty children to and from school, and had to manage 5 separate school bus contracts. It was while assigned in Holland that he met and married his wife, Cora. February '79, new assignment, 68th Field Maintenance Squadron at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, North Carolina. Tech Sergeant Lichtenberg performed the duties of Chief Dispatcher, which is a very demanding job. But he must have had some free time, because on the 19th of July, 1980, Cora gave birth to their son, Charlie. August '81, new orders, the Lichtenbergs are off to Europe again. Assigned to the 603rd Attack Control Squadron, Sembach, Germany, as NCOIC Vehicle Operations. He was responsible for over 270 vehicles valued at over $5 million. August '85, and his best assignments of his career, 42nd Transportation Squadron, Loring Air Force Base, Maine. Placed in charge of Equipment Support Section, he turned a poor, ineffective department into an error-free IG inspection operation. With the sort of self-motivation, dedication, and strive for excellence Sergeant Lichtenberg demonstrated in everything he does, it was no surprise he took over as the Vehicle Operations Supervisor in 1988. In 1989, Sergeant Lichtenberg assumed the duties of the Base Fleet Manager as NCOIC Fleet Management Section. He was directly responsible for the proper utilization and replacement of the base's $15 million vehicle fleet, over 650 vehicles. Tech Sergeant Lichtenberg has played a major role in the 42nd Transportation Squadron's excellent IG ratings over the last few years, and for winning the 1991 Dillard Award as the best transportation squadron in SAC. Sergeant Lichtenberg and his family will be returning to his home, Enumclaw, Washington State, where I'm sure he will become a valuable member of the local community as he was in the military community. We will all miss him. Would the retirement party please come forward? On the occasion of his retirement, is awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for meritorious service at the culmination of a long and distinguished career. Please rise for the presentation of this award. Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Meritorious Service Medal to Paul D. Lichtenberg. Technical Sergeant Paul D. Lichtenberg distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as non-commissioned officer in charge, Fleet Management Section, Vehicle Operations Flight, 42nd Transportation Squadron, 42nd Logistics Group, 42nd Bomb Wing, Loring Air Force Base, Maine, from 18 June 1989 to the 30 June 1993. Sergeant Lichtenberg developed the comprehensive reorganization vehicle support plan for our tenant unit, the 42nd Air Refueling Squadron, which resulted in an exceptionally smooth transition of Air Combat Command vehicles to Air Mobility Command. Sergeant Lichtenberg meticulously created the Vehicle Operations Flight Appendix to the 42nd Bomb Wing Base Closure Plan, which has been quoted as the best turning and shipment distribution plan seen by Headquarters Air Combat Command. Sergeant Lichtenberg was also responsible for implementing a variable vehicle control officer program, licensing of all government vehicle operators, performing quality assurance evaluations on a dependent school bus contract, and the accountability of Loring's $15 million vehicle fleet. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Sergeant Lichtenberg culminate in a distinguished career in the service of this country and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Please remain standing for the reading of Tech Sergeant Lichtenberg's retirement order. Major Sorensen will present Tech Sergeant Lichtenberg with a retirement certificate which reads, Certificate of Retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these present, greeting. This is to certify that Paul D. Lichtenberg, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on this first day of July, 1993. Signed, Gary N. Snyder, Colonel, U.S. Air Force, Commander, 42nd Bomber. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, we turn our attention to Tech Sergeant Lichtenberg's wife, Cora. Cora, please come forward. Cora has also contributed significantly to the Air Force by supporting and encouraging her husband. Major Sorensen will present to her a certificate of appreciation from the United States Air Force that recognizes the steadfast support given to her husband throughout his career in the Air Force. It reads, Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Air Force to all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Corazon T. Lichtenberg, on the occasion of the retirement of her husband from active duty with the United States Air Force, has earned grateful appreciation for her own unselfish, faithful, and devoted service. Her unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible her husband's lasting contribution to the nation. On the first day of July, 1993, signed, Gary N. Snyder, Colonel, U.S. Air Force, Commander, 42nd Bomber. Major Sorensen will also present Cora with a basket of flowers on behalf of the 42nd Transportation Squadron.
Thank you.
Now our Commander Major Sorensen has some comments. Major Sorensen.
Relax. Thanks everybody for coming here for a big day. For all of us, especially for Paul and Cora and the family. This is a big day for them. It's a big deal for us. I want to share a couple other things about Paul. You all know about his sense of humor, and he's taking a shot at Mosey out there, and he generally comes out on top when he does those kinds of things. Besides keeping the spirits up, he is a hard, dedicated worker, as you know too. He's a REMS monitor and a fleet manager at the same time. 2 full-time jobs. Handled both of them, didn't miss a beat. As you heard in the citation, he authored our wing vehicle disposal plan, stated as the best that ACC had seen to date. That is not an easy job. Wanted, again, authored the reorganization for the vehicles and made a smooth transition when we broke into ACC and AMC. Did all these things and never missed a beat. Always kept everything up to date. Kept training everyone else, preparing us to carry on after Paul was going to head on out. Also coordinated and moved the fighter intercept wing down to Bangalore. And that was virtually a full-time job for him. And the real part there is, of course, he did that without work gloves. So that was always that's a big deal. That's a bit of an inside joke. I think we can help you out there. But, anyway, again, I can't say enough to you, Paul, your help throughout the squadron. Obviously, a tremendous influence on the squadron and the flight, getting the job done. We have deep appreciation for that. We've got something for our appreciation for that work. Got a shadow box. It's pretty nice. It's got a plate in here as the ranks that Paul has held. Flag that was flown in Washington. And the plate says, Tech Sergeant Paul D. Lichtenberg, 27 June 1973 to 30 June 1993. Thank you for your dedicated service to your country. Best of luck to you in your retirement. 42nd Transportation Squadron, Loring Air Force Base, Maine. Just a small token of our appreciation. Paul, I believe it's yours.
Thank you, sir. We have other flight presentations to give to Paul in our honor of his retirement. CMS Sergeant Olet has a few words he would like to say, and will then present the flight gifts to Paul.
You did all these good things, Paul?
Say I did.
Paul and I have known each other since about 1988. 88, Paul came to UI, the base I was stationed at. And I knew then that was the second best fleet manager in SAC. He's still trying to prove the don't get me wrong. Paul's always been a strong influence in our flight. He's done some outstanding work. I give Paul a task, it's carried out. I don't have to follow up. Never had to follow up on a section either. And I hope Sergeant Gainey can fill some of those shoes. But, Paul's a professional. And I recognized that a long time ago, and I didn't have any fear of that size of house in my blocks. As the Major said a while ago, we had a little pun about the gloves.
Yeah, like the funds about that.
We don't buy gloves for retirees. I don't care if they're going to get one or not. But we spend a little bit, Paul. This is for your garden work. Okay? And we want those greasy ones back. In case you lose these, Laura, these are for you. Your size, too. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Seems like everybody in my flight's carrying something on their belt, usually unauthorized, but they take care of that and cover it up. But Paul, we noticed that you don't carry a pocket knife, and we don't know if you own one, but we saw to it to see that you get a Swiss Army knife. We hope you remember us by it, for all your support. I'd like to take it out here, cover up. Just so you never lose it, Paul, it's inscribed. Paul D. Lichtenberg, Tech Sergeant retired, United States Air Force, 1973 to 1990. Use it. Hope you remember all of us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's fun. Keep that.
Yeah, I figured you'd put that one away. Plaque, known as with the O'Leary Originals. A little different for our retiree. Everyone gets one of these, Paul. I'll read it to you. Tech Sergeant Paul Big Lichtenberg, 2 October 85, 30 June 93. Best of luck to you and your family in your retirement. From the men and women of Vehicle Operations Flight, 42nd Transportation Squadron, Loring Air Force Base. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Last but not least, we couldn't bring this one in because we can't have POVs in the building. Paul's Cherry truck over here now has a brand new customized bug deflector on it. That also is a gift to the flight, Paul and Stanley, for that long buggy trip back to Washington. Hope you appreciate that.
Maine's Black Box.
Maine's Black Flag. If you listen real close after the ceremony ends, you'll hear Chuck Yeager about 80,000 feet.
Doesn't fly
You know,
very
he was
fast.
a hero of yours, and we just couldn't put that together. He was busy. But Paul, I'd like to say thanks again
Thank you.
from everybody in our flight. Pleasure.
Would you like to say a few words?
It's my turn now. I've seen a lot of retirements in the squadron. When you start your career or when I started my career, I never thought I would stay in 20 years. But two things happened in my life, and I decided to stay in and make a professional career in the Air Force. It's been a pretty gratifying career, and been to a lot of neat countries, worked with a lot of people from those countries, Dutch and Germans, people who were prisoners of war back in World War II, heard their stories, and had a lot of traveling across the world. And coming to Maine was an experience of mine also. I didn't exactly want to come here. In fact, I wrote a couple of congressmen from Washington State, the old Speaker of the House, and they couldn't get me out of my assignment to Maine, so I came here. And it turned out to be a really good assignment of mine. I met a lot of nice people, a lot of nice natives of Maine that I've had a privilege to work with, Mr. Bernier, Mr. Carbox, Mr. Pelletier, Mrs. Lewis, Mr. Hall. And it's been fun. And I've worked with some of the nicest and brightest airmen in my career also here. I've seen Airman Plussel go through numerous jobs here in this branch. And it's nice to see him grow and be a pretty sharp person. Maybe some of you older tech sergeants and staff sergeants might have to watch out. I might have worked for him someday as a chief. But anyways, I'd just like to close and say thank you for everything. Thank you for all the doings that's been on for us. I didn't expect all of this. I expected just a good handshake and a smile, a good joke, and a glass of beer. But thanks for everything. I'm glad you put all this on for us, and my wife and I and son will appreciate it and remember it for the rest of our lives. If any of you ever come out to the beautiful state of Washington and like to add, stop by and we might give you directions to the nearest Motel 6 where you can stay. Thank you.
The receiving line and refreshments served at the conclusion of the ceremony. Please rise for the playing of the Air Force hymn. That concludes our ceremony. Please join us in congratulating Paul and his family in the area behind them. Thank you.